I always hated Chevrolet Equinox. First generation was horrible inside and outside. Second generation was made in 3 steps. First step, make a design. Second step, how. Third step, sell a car. Cars in GTA 2 were more interesting than previous 2 generation of Equinox, and they were less reliable than promise of a hooker. I'm still waiting for official apology from GM for all the pain that my eyes experienced during 2 generation of production previous Equinoxes. But then, out of nowhere, came out 3rd generation, and it wasn't ugly. Yes, it's not a masterpiece of automotive industry, but you actually can look at it without dying inside. In RS trim, with strange red spots all over the car and black paint, car looks nice. Front of the car reminds me of some kind of predator. LED lines give it aggression, and halogen bulbs remind me of how GM treats our region, because in USA there are xenon lights, not this horrible yellow stuff. Design at back is very simple, and proportions are different from the front design. If anybody knows what does 550T mean, please let me know in comments. When you look at the side of the car, it looks very simple. Even windows that shaped like teardrops didn't help it, and design of the car has nothing likable. Doors are very light, and when you drive a car you can feel that there is no sound isolation in them and you can hear everything, and that's horrible. And dashboard came from Malibu, and many other parts came from Malibu. Leather is horrible, and it smells a little bit like Chinese cheap toy that came out of factory without any regulations, and really that's not pleasant when you drive the car. Some say that in American market Equinox has very good leather and it's very comfortable, but I have no idea, I've never been to America. Most horrible thing about this car is door panels. They are so cheap that I have a feeling that they were made from used condoms, and it's just very hard plastic there. Place at the back is fine and it feels spacious, but seats are so uncomfortable that you do not enjoy sitting in them. Trunk is huge and smart. I tried to break my legs because they are very hairy, and trunk stopped it because it knows that my mission is not good. When I opened hood I was expecting gas racks to hold the hood, but all I got is... In Russian it means unfulfilled expectation. Same as when I opened the hood and nothing was holding it except this horrible stick. Who puts this horrible metallic stick in the new production cars in 2021? It's just crazy. Under the hood you have 2-liter turbo engine that makes up for all the stupid decisions that GM made with this car. 250 brake horsepower, 352 Nm of torque, and almost all of that torque goes through the front wheels, and you can lose traction at any corner and at any speed, and that's very scary. Problems with the engine that you must maintain it very good. Change oil every 7,000–8,000 kilometers and put only premium fuel, and turbocharger will last about 100,000 kilometers. But if you will not use good fuel and use cheap fuel and change oil as it recommended by factory, your engine will not see 100,000 kilometers and it will just blow up. Because this engine is very modified, you need to treat it as a proper modified engine, so you must take very good care of it. 9-speed gearbox is reliable and nobody made complaints so far, and it changes very good. Car is very bumpy and it does not handle good. It has the worst combination. It's hard and it cannot handle. Yes, car is lighter than Toyota RAV4 and VW Tiguan and almost every car in the segment, but it doesn't help it to corner properly how it should, and car does whatever it wants on the road, and that's very scary. But most horrible thing about this car is price. In Kazakhstan, RS trim costs about $31,000, and in Uzbekistan, where I live, price for the same model, exactly same model, is $40,000, and we are neighbors. It took me a long time to analyze why there is such difference between two cars. I was thinking long time about it, and I had only one logical conclusion.
Мне что-то подсказывает, что нас наебали.
And in Russian this conclusion means unfair pricing.
I'm not going to love anybody that's not going to love me for real.
Chevrolet Equinox is one of the most interesting cars I ever driven, and very weird one. First of all, yeah, it's very dynamic. At the straight speeds it flies without any problems. It's like a torpedo, you just show it the way and it goes. But when you try to corner it somewhere, to just feel the grip, you feel it and you feel you know, where the grip ends immediately. It tells you that it cannot handle that. So you must always turn on all-wheel drive. When you turn all-wheel drive in the bends, it's bearable, you know, you can live with it. But if you drive it only on the front wheel drive, that's it. That's, you know, very dangerous and doesn't grip at all. Also, the quality of the interior is bad. I know it's American car and, you know, usually they're always bad, but the smell of the leather is horrible here. That really is annoying. And you can feel the cheapness in it. Also, it's very light, very light. Just, it feels like a, doesn't feel like a, what is it, SUV? Can I call it SUV? Yeah, I think SUV. You don't feel it. It feels like very light, tall, compact sedan, like that. Turbo spools immediately. After 2000 RPM, you know, you get most of your power, and delivery is very good. Together with 9-speed gearbox, which is excellent, you get really good acceleration and fuel economy also. But talking about fuel economy, in the city it says that it's like 9-10 liters per 100 kilometers, but the true number is about 13-14. On the highway, I think it will be perfect. I think it will show like 6-7 because you know, the gearbox is very good. You don't feel the changes, but you feel the acceleration. You feel that gearbox is very good synchronized together with the engine, and you don't get often in cars such a good combination. But the gearbox and the engine is so nicely put together. But when you change it manually, it's so stupid, you know. It's just, it takes forever to change upshift or downshift, you know. It doesn't matter what gear you want, it will not deliver you. And I'm not talking about full acceleration and changing the gear. I'm talking about just normal changing gears, like just pressing the button on the low speeds. It doesn't do it. It does it so slow that it's annoying. So just my advice, don't even try to drive it in the manual mode because it's just really bad. I would not buy this car because it handles bad, it's really hard, and just, I don't know, it feels cheap. It does feel cheap. And in Uzbekistan, when you pay such amount of money, you want something with more luxury in it. Thank you so much for watching. Please tell me, how do you feel about this vehicle? Write down comments. Please don't forget about the charity. The more charity you do, the better world will be. Take care and bye bye.
I'm not going to love anybody that's not going to love me.
Сейчас газом дал, она не свистнула.
Маломощный радар.
Сейчас я с газика повернул, она не свистнула. Сейчас еще один поворот будет с газом. Не пискнула вообще. А так вот, если ехать без газа, а так, если поворачивать... Сука. Выключился. По дороге ехать приятно.
Обнаружен маломощный радар.